If you're listening right now, maybe you're not looking for advice. Maybe you're just tired. Tired of explaining yourself. Tired of pretending you're motivated. Tired of acting like you have a 5-year plan. There's a kind of exhaustion that doesn't show on your face. You still wake up. You still respond to messages. You still function. But inside, you're just maintaining. And I want you to know something simple. Maintaining is still effort. Surviving quietly is still strength. You don't have to be inspired tonight. You don't have to fix your entire future. You just have to get through this hour. And you already are. There's a version of life where everything feels aligned. This might not be that version. Maybe right now you're budgeting carefully. Maybe you're choosing practicality over passion. Maybe you're delaying things you really want. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're strategic. Survival mode doesn't look glamorous. It doesn't photograph well. It doesn't get applause. But it builds stability. And stability is underrated. Sometimes it feels like everyone else got a head start. They travel. They celebrate milestones. They move faster. And you move carefully. But careful is not the same as slow. And slow is not the same as behind. Your timeline isn't broken. It's personalized. There are things you want, places you've saved, trends you've watched from a distance, not because you don't want to join, but because timing matters. Dreams on pause are not canceled dreams. They're protected. Maybe you've always felt older than your age. You prefer quiet. You recharge alone. That doesn't mean you're disconnected. It means you value depth. Not every heavy day is a crisis. Some days are just low energy. And that's okay. You don't need a diagnosis to rest. You don't need permission to slow down. When big joys aren't accessible, small rituals matter. Warm drinks, rain, soft lighting. You're not delusional for appreciating them. You're adaptive. Imagine a version of you who feels safe. Not rich, just safe. You're building her right now in ways you don't notice. Money affects more than lifestyle. It affects confidence. It affects how long you stay somewhere, how loudly you speak, but it doesn't define your worth. Rest is not laziness. Rest is maintenance. You're allowed to exist without optimizing yourself. You don't have to evolve right now. You can just be. Breathing is productive enough. If no one told you today, you're doing better than you think. Even in confusion, even in uncertainty, resilience doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, try again tomorrow. Slow growth lasts. You're not late. You're layering. You didn't waste time. You were learning. Being alone is not always isolation. Sometimes it's protection. Soft life isn't luxury. It's stability. You can be grateful and still want more. Both can exist. Ambition doesn't cancel peace. You can want softness and progress. If you made it this far, you didn't quit. That says something about you. You don't need to solve tomorrow tonight. Just rest. You're still becoming, and that's enough.